I felt the raw emotion among the mostly women and children, because they have lost their homes for the moment, they don't have enough to eat, and they have loved ones who...
All right, my people. So a lot of things has been happening in Nigeria lately. Like a lot of things has been happening. Sometimes I will think about all these things and then I'll be asking myself, are you sure Nigeria can stand all these things? Are you sure Nigeria can stand all these things? Talk about what is happening in the Senate chambers. Talk about what is happening in River State. Talk about Biafra. Talk about Boko Haram. Talk about Fulani. Talk about presidency. Talk about the protests. Are you aware that people are protesting? Talk about so many things that is happening. And then you begin to ask yourself, are you sure Nigeria can stand all these things? Let me tell you guys what is happening in Plateau State. Oh yes, for the past 5 days or 6 days, so to say, a lot of killings has been going on in Plateau State. Yes. And what is the cause? According to the news and of course from what you heard here, that it is because of land dispute. But please, I want us to calm down and listen to this. They said it is because of land dispute that two communities are fighting over one particular land. All right, but you watching this now, be sincere to yourself. You know, sometimes when we talk, it go be like say we get bad belle for this country or we just dey talk. But let's be sincere. Now, two communities are fighting over a particular land. It is normal. In most communities, even in Igbo land, it is common there. Two communities can fight, and then at the end of the day, one person or they can divide the land. Now, in the Plateau State now, two communities are fighting over this particular land. And on Saturday, this Saturday we just passed, so I don't even know how to say this, is just funny. Some group of people came with armored car, with machine gun, with everything, all the fighting equipment, and wipe out a whole community. And they term it land dispute. Now tell me, you watching this now, have you seen in any way that two communities are fighting over land and the other community came with machine gun, with armored car, with all sort of, you know, fighting equipment to bring down the other village? Have you seen it? But that is the scenario, or what they are telling us, what they want us to believe that is happening in Plateau State. What are you thinking? Oga allegedly na terrorists, na Fulani, na Boko, na them just go attack. Now tell me, the community that came with armored car, with machine gun, with everything, where did they get it from? So one community now in the north has all the fighting equipment, without the consent of the government. Is that what you are telling me? Terror attack. But you know what? In all this, we've not had the government say anything. Okay, I was reading in one newspaper. They said the president has ordered that those people should be arrested, and that is just it. But do you know that it wasn't even a similar case, but just a little thing, one or two things happened in River State, and the presidency, yes, the presidency now came out and said that there is unrest in River State, that there is chaos in River State, and so he's removing the governor to install a sole administrator. But now, somewhere in the north, everybody's, in fact, as of the news I was reading, I heard that 1,820 people has been displaced because of this attack. 1,800 people has lost their homes, they don't have anything, and so they have built a camp for them now. Is that on, or is that situation calm? Does it not call for government actions? Does it not call for it? And it didn't stop there. They are consistently killing. Anyway, please, if you like, I don't talk too much. Let me allow you now to watch this video. I'm just saying all this because it is the reality of what is happening in Nigeria. Oh yes, I keep saying it and I keep watching my word, because I know some people might find these words, you know, insulting. I'm insulting Nigeria, or I'm trying to bring bad belly to Nigeria, but that is not it. I'm only telling you what is happening. And of course, as I always tell you, whatever I say here, I bring it to you with evidence. Everything I've said here, This young man has said it on TVC, and I'm still going to show you more videos to tell you that what I've said is just what is happening. So it's not anything. My work is to bring to you what is happening, and in my own little knowledge or little way, analyze it for you, tell you what is happening. So please watch this video now. Then you drop your comment on the comment section what you think about it. As I keep saying, we condemn anything that is crime. We are always peaceful. If you watch my videos, you know that we have always tried to preach peace. Oh yes, let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. All right. So please watch this video and then you drop your comment on the comment section.
Fellow Nigerians, I beg, have you noticed how somehow we as Nigerians have become used to the daily news of killings or deaths of our fellow citizens or countrymen? I mean, how we can all hear that maybe 30 or so people were killed in so-so community, and that it is more like mere statistics. So we are, oh, okay, now 20 they killed for Benue today, and so, all right, no problem. And everybody moves on. There is no sense of national horror or emergency, both on the part of the leaders and even we the people. So the president issues condemnation, let us get perpetrators every time, and then we rinse and repeat and wait for the next tragedy and calamity. So while all of us were busy preparing for Christmas, they buy chicken to share with our loved ones and all that, on the 24th of December, about 3 local governments in Plateau State, Bokos local government, Mangu and Barkin Ladi, were attacked by gunmen, with more than 115 human beings slaughtered and killed in cold blood. Now, if this was a one-off, it would even be okay, you can understand. But especially for Plateau, it has been from time immemorial, as far back as I can remember, from Governor Jonah Jang to Simon Lalong to also this present. In fact, the current government, between January and December this year, there have been record of killings in Plateau every month, at least one incident. The governor of the state, Barrister Caleb Muvwang, actually admitted that in 1 month, within a space of 3 weeks, about 150 people were killed in one local government. I think Mango local government, Bassa community or so. I can't remember now. That is the same. The painful part about Plateau is the fact that right now in the state, in July, the House of Reps asked the National Security Advisor, Oganuhu Ribadu, to declare a national security emergency in the state. The Chief of Army Staff, Major General Taurid Lagbaja, also commissioned Operation Hakorin Damisa, that is Operation Tiger Teeth in the state. And also the Army Theater Command was moved to Mangu. And even the state government also commissioned Operation Rainbow, the state security network. But somehow the killings continue. This is the same fate that is suffered by states like Benue, Agatu, Gumagwe, and all of them, Zamfara, Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, especially places like Niger and all of that. You remember on the 4th of December, somewhere in Kaduna State, they said the Nigerian Air Force mistakenly bombed Tudumbriri community, killing almost 85 people. That is, now those incidents are not alone. Remember last year, St. Francis Xavier's Catholic Church in our Ondo State, where women were killed on top of children they were trying to protect. CWO women were tie wrapper. People had their throats slit and dismembered. The videos are so gory, I can't even post them. You saw, for those of you who have seen some of the videos from Plateau, where somebody, a woman was killed laying there and the child was still alive on the back, crying on the body, on the back of a dead mother. Remember the case of the Paru Benfa Shoronti, the Afenifere leader, whose daughter, the poor lady who had spent most of her life overseas, came back to Nigeria for a function, carried by Fulani herdsmen and killed in cold blood. I beg you, because this video, I actually wanted to call out, you know, the leadership, as I usually do, say minister for this, but honestly, my dear, there is not so much hope. I rather want to talk to us as citizens, because I believe it is within our means. Currently in Nigeria, the Minister for Defense is the former governor of Jigawa State, Alhaji Abubakar Muhammad Badaru, core politician. Minister for State Defense, former governor of Zamfara State, Governor Bello Matawale, lost his second-term re-election, became Minister for Defense. And when you talk, they will say, no, what of other governments who did not appoint military people into defense ministry? What was the impact? And I will ask, so if you have been treated by 3 doctors and there was no improvement, you should hire a carpenter. The president currently is the Minister for Petroleum. The same thing President Buhari did for 8 years, was Minister for Petroleum, even when he was a retired general himself. And with all the security challenge, you will think that maybe the president would want to assume full commander-in-chief and chair the war cabinet. But somehow they chose the Petroleum Ministry. Whatever that is there, only God knows. I beg you, in the name of whatever you hold sacred as Nigeria, the death of people cannot continue to go by without any kind of horror. Just imagine say as you dey Lagos or you dey Abuja, wherever you dey, these people who are killed are not just, it's not just data or statistics. These are human beings in real time. People's loved ones, person papa, person mama, person pikin, person brother or sister or wife or husband. People will get date of birth, state of origin, killed like this. 115, not animals, human beings. In the name of God, we must understand as Nigerians that elections have consequences. No matter how you shout our local articulated obedience, my dear, if you bring in incompetent and incapacitated leadership, the victims of incompetent government is you and me, average citizens. The political class do not have ethnicity or religion. What brings them together, especially in Nigeria, is the spoils, what they have to share for self-gratification and financial aggrandizement. We have to help ourselves. Until you can do something, you can say something. Tweet, post, whatever it is, so that these issues are brought front and center. That we have a discussion, that we develop a higher level of moral consciousness. That people cannot just go to your community. Imagine as you dey here, somebody goes to your community, carries your loved ones, whether your mama, your papa, God forbid, kill them in cold blood, and everybody moves on. Imagine the lives of those people who are still there. I beg you, fellow Nigerians, always remember at the back of your mind that today's victims were yesterday's survivors. Tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. The dead can no longer die. The next set of people who will die will be between you and I who are still alive, God forbid. May we not wait until the calamity or tragedy comes close to us, because it always seems very far until it comes very close, until we do something. I beg you, let us act as Nigerians for once and let the life of fellow citizens be important to us. If one governor is sick today, they can mobilize the entire state resources. It is good, but the life of one politician should not be more important than the lives of 115 people, for God's sake. My thoughts and prayers are with the people of Plateau and every other state that is dealing with insecurity or whatever banditry. May God rest the souls of those who have died. I don't know how people rest in peace having been killed in this manner, but that is what they say. Rest in peace. May God help you. And may God, most importantly, help Nigerians for us to realize that it is within our power to take our country and our destiny in our hands and chart the future that we need and put some value on human life. God.
Of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede has led a delegation of senior military officers to the area. The lieutenant is in Burkos to see the level of destruction caused by the government's invasion that killed more than 60 persons and destroyed properties. The Chief of Army Staff is also holding a key players engagement with leaders of the communities. While the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu also visited Plateau yesterday, where he assured that last week's invasion will be the last to be experienced in the state. Some eyewitnesses spoke to TVC News on how the attackers invaded their community. Fodom Joshua has more.
A visit to some of the villages invaded by gunmen in the Bokos local government area of Plateau State. Over 60 persons, including women and children, were gruesomely murdered by the attackers in broad daylight. Over 500 houses were set ablaze by the invaders. Food banks were alleged to have been looted by the attackers, and others were burnt, with several properties destroyed. An eyewitness that narrowly escaped the attack narrates his ordeals.
I received a call, distress call from my village that they have seen some people on the rocks, because my terrain is a rocky area. They have seen people surrounding the whole village. So it's like they are coming. So when I now informed the local government chairman, he now called the presence of draw the attention of the security. Since from 2 o'clock, before the security reached there, it was around
2 in the morning or afternoon?
No, in the afternoon. So before the security reached there, it was almost 6 o'clock. When they have come and attacked people, burn our houses with our food, all the livestock. Even yesterday, we buried almost 3 corpses. So before, it was on Friday, we buried almost 60-something corpses. So up to now, some people are still missing.
The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Nentawe Idwalda, took some relief items to support the displaced victims of the attack. Food items and building materials were among the relief items donated by the kind gesture.
Yeah, the minister shared in this moment of grief with the Bokos people, and as part of his life, he spent in Bokos, so he's very familiar with the terrain in Bokos. So he has asked us to tell them that they share in their moment of grief, and he will do everything possible to escalate this to the president. And as a minister of humanitarian, he will do everything possible as soon as he returns back to the country to ensure that more relief materials are brought into the Bokos.
The NSS first port of call was the government house, where he met with government officials.
We are going through tough times, difficult times, but it's not going to be forever.
All right, so you have seen it. What do you think? Drop your comment on the comment section what you think about it. All right, thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you.